10 cities of tomorrow. This isn't science fiction. This isn't the distant future. Within the lifetime of a child born today, some of the world's largest cities will no longer exist in the forms we're familiar with. Global temperatures are exceeding many previous predictive models. Coastal cities are no longer planning for decades, they're counting years. And we face an undeniable reality. The world we once considered normal is changing permanently. But today, we're not here to mourn what's lost. We're here to engineer what's next. This is about human ingenuity, about our species' deepest trait, adaptation. Because within this century's greatest crisis lies humanity's greatest canvas. And I ask the most advanced AI systems a simple question. If these are our constraints, what are our possibilities? What emerged wasn't a single answer, but a spectrum of destinies. Join me as we explore 10 futures where humanity doesn't just survive, but evolves. City 1, Neo-Atlantis. When oceans rise to claim our shores, we build new ones atop the waves. These aren't mere floating platforms. These are sovereign, smart archipelagos, interconnected city-states forming vast aquatic nations. Each hexagonal platform is a complete biosphere, harvesting tidal and wave energy, cultivating food and multi-level marine aquaponics, desalinating and recycling every drop with high efficiency. They ride ocean currents like cosmic highways, migrating with seasons to optimal climate zones. Their foundations are engineered from high-strength polymers, self-healing when damaged. But this maritime existence demands a price: perpetual vulnerability to megastorms, absolute dependence on desalination, and psychological weight knowing civilization rests on shifting waters. City 2, Subterra. If the surface becomes hostile, our future lies underground. Imagine cities not just below ground, but integrated into Earth's crust. Subterra consists of multi-level cavern networks hundreds of meters deep, where temperatures remain stable year-round, unaffected by surface extremes. Sunlight is channeled through fiber optic light routes, creating natural circadian rhythms. Vertical farms utilize geothermal warmth and advanced hydroponics, yielding far beyond traditional agriculture. Transportation occurs via whisper-quiet magnetic transit tubes. But this subsurface utopia has psychological costs. Complete technological dependence, a power failure, means utter darkness. And the eternal question, does a life without weather, without seasons, without sky, remain fully human? City 3, Arborea. Rather than escape nature, we become its architects. Arborea reimagines skyscrapers not as steel giants, but as living, breathing forest columns. These are symbiotic ecosystems where structure and biology are inseparable. The building's framework grows from biomaterials, reinforced with nanotechnology. Each floor hosts distinct micro-ecosystems. These structures actively sequester carbon, produce oxygen, and harvest water from atmospheric humidity. But living architecture introduces unprecedented challenges. Invasive species outbreaks threaten structural integrity. When your home is alive, its diseases become yours. City 4, Solarium. Where Earth seems most inhospitable, we create pockets of paradise. The solarium domes of expanding deserts represent humanity's ultimate environmental control chambers. These geodesic structures span kilometers with self-cleaning, double-layered membranes. Inside, ideal climate persists, while outside, temperatures soar. Water is extracted directly from desert air. Energy comes from vast solar farms. Agriculture thrives in controlled environments. Yet this perfection is fragile. Sandstorms abrade domes relentlessly. The psychological effect of living under glass creates dome melancholy. And systems require such precise calibration that minor deviations could collapse entire biomes. City 5, Cryos. As polar ice retreats, civilization advances into the thaw. Cryo cities are engineering marvels perched where only ice existed. These pressurized domes withstand extreme cold while maintaining warm interiors. Their strategic position offers access to new shipping lanes. Fresh water is abundant from glacial melt. Auroras provide unique celestial displays. But polar living presents extreme challenges. 6 months of darkness, infrastructure stress from constant freeze-thaw cycles, and complete isolation. This is frontier living with no retreat. City 6, Abyssal. When surface waters grow turbulent, we descend to where true calm resides. Abyssal. Colonies represent humanity's most alien habitats, spherical cities anchored to continental shelves at great depths. Bioluminescent cultures provide ethereal lighting, reducing energy needs. Mineral wealth is extracted directly from hydrothermal vents. Unique pharmaceutical compounds are harvested from deep-sea organisms. Yet, the abyss is merciless. Research shows a significant proportion of residents develop depth anxiety, persistent fear of implosion. Maintenance requires complex robotic systems. You don't visit the deep, you commit to it. City 7, Nomadica. If stability becomes impossible, we master perpetual motion. Nomadica redefines the very concept of cityhood. These are vast, mobile metropolises traversing continents on colossal treads. AI systems predict weather, resource availability, and environmental conditions. These cities harvest resources as they travel, leaving minimal footprints. But perpetual motion creates profound identity crises. What does citizenship mean when borders are meaningless? And energy required for mobility limits, population sizes, these are cities of selected migrants. City 8, aero-havens. When Earth's surface offers no refuge, we look upward. Aero-havens are cities suspended in the stratosphere. At high altitudes, they float above weather patterns. These sky cities harvest rare atmospheric gases, collect unfiltered solar energy. Transportation between them occurs via specialized airships. Yet, altitude living presents unique physiological challenges. Supply chains are entirely aerial and vulnerable when your city can drift. Where exactly is home? City 9, pyrocores. Where Earth's heat threatens, we harness its fury. Pyrocores are cities built within and around dormant volcanic calderas, tapping abundant geothermal energy. Their energy surplus could power extensive grids. Mineral extraction from volcanic soils creates unique materials. But choosing to live inside sleeping giants requires accepting risk. Seismic activity is constant reality, and knowledge that your city sits atop potential catastrophe shapes every cultural aspect. City 10, bioformed. Instead of building our habitats, we grow them. Bioformed cities represent the ultimate synthesis of biology and technology. Architects don't construct buildings, they cultivate them from designed organisms. These living cities self-repair, adapt to environmental changes, and even metabolize pollution. They communicate through chemical and electrical signals. But when your city is literally alive, ethics blur alarmingly. What rights does a building have? You don't inhabit a bioformed city, you form symbiotic relationships with it. 10 futures. 10 radical reimaginings of human civilization. Each represents not just architectural innovation, but philosophical choice. These aren't predictions, they're possibilities. Blueprints for worlds we could choose to build. Each carries profound trade-offs. Every technological solution introduces new psychological, ethical, and existential challenges. The climate crisis has ended the age of passive habitation. We can no longer simply occupy Earth. We must consciously design our relationship with it. These 10 concepts show our response need not be retreat, but transformation. So the ultimate question isn't technological, but human. What kind of ancestors do we want to be? What price are we willing to pay for which version of tomorrow? Share your choice below, numbers 1 through 10. Which future resonates with your vision of humanity? Which trade-offs seem most worthwhile? The conversation about our future begins with imagining it. And if you want to explore how we might feed these cities, power them, govern them, stay with us. The blueprint continues. I'll see you in the futures we dare to build.